TBT Naruto.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the International Challenge. Frank, through the years, there have been some great winners at the Open Championship played at Royal Troon.
Well, just in recent history, remember Mark Kalkovecchia in the playoff with Wayne Grady and Greg Norman. There was also Todd Hamilton when he beat Ernie Els in the 4-hole playoff. And back in 1996, Justin Leonard was to win his Open Championship.
Tom Watson also won an Open Championship here. Tom Weiskopf, his only major, that was 1973. The great Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke, they all won at Royal Troon. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This for another birdie on this hole on the week.
Great start.
Frank, they call this second hole Black Rock. They also call it the most heavily bunkered hole on the entire course. What do you have to do to stay away from that?
Well, it plays in the same direction as the first hole. So the prevailing breeze normally off the right. Some bunkers in play either side. Really just let the ball go to ground, let it run out. There's 11 bunkers in total on the second hole.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. From the heart of the fairway, 180 yards in. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie birdie to open. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the third. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
Second shot, good look at the green. Terrific golf shot. Now, that for an easy birdie.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
And sensational performance. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Getting set now over the putt. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Now the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole. A little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of this green.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and it'll eventually go left, would perhaps give you... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Huge, with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Has hit a lot of quality shots into these strong winds today. Mark of a good player.
Oh, I like that.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. How about that? An eagle. Frank, we're moving inland now, and what are we facing here at this par 4 7th hole?
Just a dog leg to the right. Ideally, just a little cut off the tee.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now, this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really, you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
It has been a ball striking clinic today, hitting one green after the next. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And this is where Gene Sarazen, the Squire at the age of 71, in his farewell appearance at the Open, that was back in 1973, made an ace. How about that?
Amazing. Should be safely on deck.
I mean, that's how the game is played. right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So just a formality here. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. One bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be tracking well. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. These putts keep the round together. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo getting set for the back nine here at historic Royal Troon. What's the 10th hole all about, Frank?
It's called Sandhills, and that's for a reason. Blind tee shot, especially from the championship tees, where you hit it over the sandhills. Ideally, you want to hit the ball about 280, 290 yards.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Birdie try again here today. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. Daunting tee shot here at the par 4 11th, Frank. This is all you want.
Yeah, this requires your best tee shot. Doesn't matter if it goes left to right or right to left. This is a must-hit fairway. Otherwise, you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting. Well, par fours, they're not all the same, Rich, but after that tee shot, I guess you can say this one's going to be easy.
That was a beauty right there. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Excellent lie, 155 yards away.
this is right at it.
Birdie try up next. Count that for a birdie. Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Chance to get it close here. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Well read.
On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. To the 15th green, but looking at a tough putt, considerably long, over 25 feet away. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer.
That's in the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Oh, Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Big swing right there, a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Getting set now over the putt.
Really solid strike.
Frank, now to the hole they call Rabbit, 222-yard par 3.
I don't know why it's called Rabbit, because this is certainly some tough par 3. Green sits up a little bit. There's a big roll-off on the left side, well bunkered. This takes a brilliant long iron shot just to keep it on the green.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second shot, good look at the green. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Clean this up with a tap.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Frank, you've played in and contended at so many major championships. It's not a major if the finishing hole doesn't present a real challenge. What do you think of Royal Troon's finishing hole?
Well, it's not just the 18th hole, Rich, too. It's 16, 17, and 18, because the prevailing breeze, especially at the Open Championship time of the year, which is the second week in July, is normally back into it. So you look at that 464 yards, that's well bunkered off the tee, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, into a puffer breeze, and you've got yourself a great finishing hole.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Trying to make yet another birdie. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And that's in for a par.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
Alright, CPT Naruto. Over and out.